Hi guys, welcome in, welcome back, welcome to my channel. I am Lisa and this is North Star Energy Healing. I'm so happy that you're here. Thank you so much for taking the time to click on this video and view it. So I am doing a recap of Jamie Butler's August energies that she channels from Maitland. I did this in July for you. I think I may have done it in June. But basically, I listen to the video and take notes on important dates for August, stones, hurts, smells, animals, whatever she brings through. This one was very interesting, and I decided to try something different. I don't know where the idea came from, but as I was listening, I decided to shuffle the decks that I was guided to use and see what cards came out as I was getting the energy from her channeling of August. And it was fun. It was nice. So I shuffled a couple of oracle decks, my Gilded Tarot, and the Animal Oracle to see what would come out for messages as I was tuned into the energy of August while Maitland was being channeled. So here are your highlights for the month of August. So Maitland calls the month of August, the veil has lifted. Decide what you believe in. Stay in your heart. Be heart-centered with your reactions and your interactions with people. The third eye chakra is highlighted for the month of August, and you'll see why when she talked about the dates and I tell you those. The throat chakra will be challenged. You're going to be challenged this month of August to talk about and share your beliefs, which is why you need to decide what it is that you believe in. Do you believe in Reiki? Do you believe in Catholicism? What is it that you believe in? And talk about that. And that can be challenging for some of us to talk about the things we do and the things that we believe in. So this month of August, that's going to be highlighted. So Maitland breaks down the weeks in 7-day. It's not like the dates. It's day 1 through 7, day 7 through 9, etc. So here are some dates that she has given us for the month of August. 1st through the 7th, you're going to have sharp, clear, and creative ideas, communication, and you're going to also know when to say no. You're going to understand that it's okay to say no and that you need to set boundaries. The 7th, 8th, and 9th are very high focus dates. So she says it's like having blinders on and you're highly focused on one certain thing for those 3 days. Now, the 8th is the Lionsgate portal. And I did a really beautiful journey with Jen Huber. You can find her. You can just Google Jen Huber, Huber. And she has a special running for a 40-minute journey. She's a shaman, so it's a 40-minute shamanic journey regarding Lionsgate. And I did it this morning, and it was beautiful. And once you pay for it, she has a special. It's $8.88. And if you have tax where you are, I think mine was like $9.07 or something like that. But you can access it over and over and over again. So I started today because it's August 1st. It's a week before Lionsgate. So I will try to remember to put the link to that in the description box for you, as well as the link to Jamie Butler's channeling for August. All right. So 7, 8, and 9, high focus. The 8th is Lionsgate. The 9th is the full moon. So really high focus days, like blinders on. You're really either an idea or a project. You're really going to be focused on that. The 9th is the full moon, which is going to light you up, and it is going to highlight some things that you may have stopped believing in. Some of those things will stay and some will go. On the 11th, Mercury goes direct, ending retrograde. Yay. The 11th and 12th are high spirit communication days, and it's also days where you can manifest. So August 11th, August 12th, communication with spirit, and also manifesting. So focus on what it is that you want to manifest on those days. The 12th through the 18th, during those dates, you're going to have a lot of aha moments, big ideas that come in, and these are ideas that you don't forget. You know, sometimes we think of something and then it goes right out of our mind, and then weeks or months later we go, oh yeah, I remember I had that idea, but I never did anything with it. So Maitland says that these ideas and aha moments are going to stay with you. They're going to be like downloads. You're going to get downloads from the 12th to the 18th. These are also going to have something to do with partnership and co-creation. So maybe somebody that asked you to collaborate with them on some project, things like that. The 20th is your imagination in Technicolor. So on the 20th, apparently, you're going to be able to imagine something and see it very clearly. Okay, so 20th, she didn't say this, but I'm saying the 20th will be a really good day to meditate. So the 22nd, 23rd, and 24th is going to bring in some what she calls weird energy. An example she gave is like, say you have plans with somebody and you're looking forward to something, and suddenly those people change their minds, or that person changes their mind. So the 22nd, 23rd, and 24th can bring in some monkey wrenches to your plans, okay? So be aware of that. The 26th, she says, is the best night for date night for the month of August. 25 through 28 is relationship analysis. Who stays and who goes? So from the 25th to the 28th, you're really going to be thinking about, and this goes back to thinking about what you believe in. Are there people in your life that really no longer serve you, relationships that no longer serve you? Are there people that you want to bring closer and do more collaborations with? So 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th. The 28th through the 30th, she says, is strong, playful energy. And she was trying to think of a strong, playful animal. I immediately thought of a lion, because lions have cat energy and they do like to play. But they're also very strong, and it fits because August is Leo season and it's Lionsgate, etc. So that's not me, that's me saying strong, playful animal, 28, 29, 30. Okay. So the stones that she gave us for the month of August are rhodonite or rodonite, azurite, and apatite. Okay, so those are the three stones. Interesting, they all end in ite, right? And there is a significance to that, but I can't remember it. The hertz she gave us is 639, 639. This is the hertz of love. She says it is quite a high frequency, so you're probably going to have to turn it down pretty low. The frequency will still get to you even if you're not listening to it on full blast. So the animal, the spirit animal for August is the raven. And she says the raven will be your guide through the month, and, through all of these energies and boundaries and whatnot. So if you like to put scents in your diffuser, she says 4 drops of lavender, 2 drops of frankincense, 2 drops of Palo Santo, and 1 drop of black pepper. So that's kind of very earthy, right? Lavender being a flower, Palo Santo, black pepper, frankincense, all very earthy smells. So that's what I have for you for the highlights for Jamie Butler, the Everyday Mediums, channeling with Maitland for August. I hope you enjoyed that. And I always put these dates in my phone to remind myself what I need to be doing on certain dates. Okay, so as I said, while I was listening and tuned into her energy and feeling her energy, letting her energy in, I was guided to use the Oracle of the Universe by Stacey DeMarco and pulled a couple of cards. The first one out is number 15, Ursa Major, Vows. And I just want to say, so it was funny to me that I pulled this out because as she was giving the dates, I remembered, what did she say? August 20th is Imagination in Technicolor. August 20th is the 15th anniversary of when my husband proposed to me. So when I saw this card came out, I was like, wow. Now that's personal for me, but I know it's going to be different for everyone, but I'm just sharing because that's who I am. Number 15 is a 6. 6 is our harmony. Okay, so let's see what the Oracle of the Universe has to say about this card. Now, I have to use a magnifying glass because it's hard to read the little white on there. So I'll just put this up here where you can see it. Okay, so keeping your word is important. Someone may be trying to damage your reputation by breaking their word. Remember how those dates we had, oh, I should have kept that handy, where people are going to change their minds? Sorry, let me just get to that. That was the 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. Whoops, put it backwards here. Check all legal contracts thoroughly before signing them. If you make promises to yourself, see them through. You are worth keeping your good word to yourself and honor yourself, right? I love that. The other thing I want to tell you, what's really funny is once I was getting ready to open the books and mark the pages, I opened each one exactly to the page. This one and this one. Just opened it up and I was already on the page. That doesn't usually happen. That kind of, to me, is hearkening back to what she said about focus, right? This is August 1st. And she said August 1st through the 7th, right, was focusing. Sharp, clear, creative, focused boundaries. I just love that. I'm always in awe of everything that happens with me, my guides, all the things that I'm tuned into because I pay attention to it, right? When you pay attention to it, that's when you notice things and when you can appreciate those synchronicities. Whoops, forgot to hold it up. The other card I pulled is 30, which is the double of 15. It's like double time, right? And this is the constellation Vulpecula, and that is generosity. So I think in this, if I remember correctly, the fox catches the fish and shares it with the man or something. It looks like he's not catching anything. And remember how she said to stay heart-centered and react from the heart for the month of August? So let's see what that card is. Generosity. Share your knowledge and good fortune. Break down tasks into teamwork. Assist those you know and don't know. Your generosity is often returned to you threefold. Being generous is one of the great joys in life. Do not give with an expectation of a return. Again, that harkens back to the heart-centered energy we need to be in for the month of August. Being generous with ourselves, to ourselves, as well as others, right? Being generous to others, staying heart-based and heart-centered. She said that several times throughout the video, that it's going to be important to do that. Boundaries are important. Relationships are going to be highlighted. So those cards really kind of build upon that. And then from the Starry Beginnings by Cassie White, look at this. Let love be your guide. Live a life from love and guided by love. Goes right to, I really feel like it was a pretty cool thing for my guides, who are probably most likely the ones who gave me the idea to pull cards as I was focusing in on the energy. This is a 34, which is a 7. Okay, 7s are reflection. How have we let love guide us? Do we need to let love guide us even more? Probably, right? And then from the Healing Spirits, this is the Healing Spirits by Gordon Smith. Natural healing powers, and this is another 6. So we have 6, 3, 7, 6. 3, this is a 30. Being a 3 is creation and collaboration. I forgot to mention that. And she does talk about the dates of creation and collaboration, which the 12th through the 18th, partnership and co-creation. My guides are amazing. I love this card. Natural healing power. Look. So she could be healing the tree, but the tree could be healing her or him, who's ever standing here in this spirit form, so to speak. Look at all the energy coming out of the tree. Look at all the spirits coming out of the tree. Isn't that beautiful? So let's see what the full meaning of that. I don't often get the book, but they wanted me to get the book. And again, I opened it right to the page. So that's confirmation for me that they want me to use the book, right? Okay. Card number 6, natural healing power. The best way to bring healing and balance back into a life that is out of sorts is to spend a day in nature. Healing spirits and helpers work hand in hand with Mother Nature, and the goodness and compassion they share is in everything she has to offer. Beauty can be found in everything that is natural, and everything that is natural has the power to heal. And I fully believe that. Spirit healers and helpers can get closer to you when your mind is open to the natural world, and this is why you must allow yourself to wander in a place where your mind can relax and the healing spirits can fill you with much needed peace. Rejoice in nature's vast garden. Sorry, I was covering that up. So this actually reminds me of the Lionsgate, I think it's called Star Power or Star Connection, the meditation with Jen Huber, that shamanic journey, because she does ask you to go to a place in nature that makes you feel good. So everything is connected. It always, always is, right? All of those things. Okay, so next, I shuffled my cards from the Gilded Tarot. The first card out is an 8 of Swords. This card is your thoughts about yourself or your thoughts about something, a project, a job, what have you, holding you back. When you could take off the blindfold, take off the changes, just walk right out of there, right? 8s are mastery and infinity. Right now is the time to master those thoughts and remember about the boundaries and getting rid of things that don't belong for the month of August. So that there is a reminder of that. And then you have 5, the Hierophant. This is Taurus energy. And funny enough, when Maitland was channeling and she was trying to figure out the powerful, playful animal for August, she first said a bull. And then she said, no, wait a minute, that's not really a powerful, playful animal, is it? Bulls don't play. So I thought it was funny that I would, that they would give me the Taurus card. It's not me, it's the energy of my guides and the energy that was coming through Maitland during that. So the Hierophant. What is the Hierophant? The Hierophant is beliefs, religion, tradition, wisdom, knowledge, all of those things. And so August is a month that you're really going to have those aha moments, those times when you really tune in to what it is that you want. What do you want to accomplish? Who do you want to co-create with? So this goes right along with that. And then you have a 6. So this is your third 6 of the reading. 6 of Pentacles. So this is when things aren't going exactly where you want them to go. You think that your investments are going here, but they're not. You think that your savings is getting X amount of interest, but it isn't. So that card is usually a reminder to check on your investments, your money, your savings, your pay stub. You know, something could be happening there with that. And it could have something to do with Mercury being retrograde and things kind of can break down sometimes. We don't really have a lot in here about money, right? The only thing we do have is the 12 through 18 aha moments. There could be a partnership that you have right now that is not serving you well, and you may need to get rid of that. You could have some investments that you need to move around. And then we have the 5 of Swords. This card, I love this because this goes right along with the boundaries, right? So sword of truth out front, gathering up thoughts and things you've said, contracts you've signed, getting off the battlefield and moving forward, right? Knowing what the boundaries are. Now, I know that I don't typically say that with this card. Fives are changed, by the way. But I read intuitively, and these cards were drawn while I was watching the channeling of Maitland regarding August. So I have to give you what's coming in. What are my guides giving me? So this seems like this is all about the boundaries and who goes and who stays and what goes and what stays. And that goes right along with that Six of Pentacles, because you may have to be deciding some things about what investments stay, what go, what jobs, what projects, all of that. And this, to be honest with you, this feels like kind of clearing out some of the old things and kind of moving on in truth with yourself, especially, right? And that could have something to do where its placement is under that Eight of Swords. Have you been, I don't like the word lying, but have you been overlooking things that you should have already put a stop to, put an end to, or cut off? This month of August is going to be the time for that, some housekeeping to be done with your finances, with your work, with your projects, anything like that, and with your relationships. Let's not forget that, because she definitely highlighted that. And then the Ten of Cups. I mean, wow. This is a beautiful, happy card. Cups are emotion, water signs. I'm trying to get that to focus. Why won't that focus? Sorry, there we go. Jeepers creepers. Now if I can hold my hand still. So you can see all the beautiful cups, the bees, the rainbow, the flowers, the animals, the water. It's just beautiful. Two people happily talking with their baskets. It's not necessarily a couple. I think it's actually two women. Friendship, relationships, happy home, beautiful, butterflies. I love it. So this is a card of happiness and contentment, right? And I love that card. To me, that's the happiest card in the deck. Even though some people say the sun is, or the world, but whenever I look at that card, I can't help but feel good. It feels like everything is flowing, everything is going in the right direction. So after, you may have to cut some things out or change some things, right? With all this that happens beforehand, but you're getting to this right here. And the last card out for this month of August, the pairing with the Jamie Butler. I don't know why my camera is not auto-focusing. It should. I have to keep pressing the button to get it to focus. Okay. So, the Fool. I mean, this is everything is at your fingertips for a new journey. New collaboration, new journey, new place to live, new partnerships, new everything. And the Fool has access to all of it, as indicated in this card. All the zodiac signs, the moon, the sunrise in the bottom, the dog, loyalty, the butterflies, freedom, transformation, right? The key with the Fool is they're telling me, do your research first. I just heard that. I was going to say, don't just jump into something. But they said, do your research first. So I love that. That's beautiful. All this is beautiful. Tuning right in with Maitland's channeling of the month of August important dates. And then the Animal Oracle cards, number 3. So this is the second 3 here. Because you have generosity, and here you have Deer. Be gentle with yourself and others. This falls right back to being heart-centered in the month of August. Reacting from your heart, responding from your heart, right? Being love-based. I love that. And that isn't how the light is shining through that way, onto that deer. The card doesn't look like that, see? But here, wherever I had it, the light is shining right on the deer. Of course, now I can't even get it back there. There we go. That's beautiful. Highlighting, loving yourself and others, being gentle with yourself and others. And then we have 40, Cheetah. This is a 4, stability or stagnation.
Betty.
Act swiftly with precision and determination, right? So, sorry, the business phone is ringing, dinging in the background, but that's kind of highlighting this. Right when I said cheetah, that started doing that. Act swiftly with precision and determination. So this is going to be, remember how she talked about the focus coming in, and knowing your boundaries. Let me just see. Deciding what you believe in, staying in your heart, right? Talking about and sharing your beliefs, having sharp, clear, creative communication with boundaries. It's okay to say no. Let's see. Aha moments, ideas, downloads, partnerships. I mean, this is really all awesome. Strong and playful could be the cheetah, right? That was the 28, 29, 30. Strong and playful. Cheetahs are of the cat family. And remember how I said I got the feeling of a lion, which is strong and playful. Any of those big cats are strong and playful. They may not be playful with humans, but they're playful in their own lives. Okay, I hope you have enjoyed this highlight of the month of August, and I truly, truly hope that you are all doing fantastically. I appreciate each and every one of you. Always, always, always. Please do like the video to help it go around YouTube. I appreciate and love each and every one of you. Peace and kindness every single day.